Welcome back to Indian Trace. What you're looking at right there is a response to a question that came in. And the question was, what is the biggest sugar quartz that you found in terms of points and artifacts? Well, it was easy for me to grab them out because this is the biggest stuff that I found, and this is big. And we're going to take a look at it. But these are the biggest ones I found, and sugar quartz is such a great material. There's such a mysterious quality about how it was used, where it was found. I don't find much raw material that's sugar quartz. So we're going to take a quick look at this and just hear a quick mention of the sites that this came from that we're looking at. But that's a good view of it right there. The largest sugar quartz that I found. And it's an awesome material, extremely resilient. Some of this stuff I found 5 years ago, and we'll go right around it. And the reason I'm putting this up, and it was an easy response, is because there are two reports. One from North Gilfil on the video before this, but I think his name is Zach, but nevertheless, he's a Pentagon insider and has some incredible news, current events about geopolitics that are just staggering insight that you and me are never going to get if you decide you're even going to dare turn on MSM or watch the mainstream news media. And I'll leave it at that. It's a waste of time. Disinformation campaigns and self-interest is just, it's a waste of time. So I strive to learn and to find out what's going on in the world from people who know and people who are deep inside both our government and everyday life to make America great again. So let's go right around the circle. Here's a point that I found in Mecca. Today, on this show of it, it's going to be about these artifacts you're taking a look at. Unbelievable stuff. Big sugar quartz. I think it's great natural light in here. Here's a piece from Sun Hill, Site 5E. I think my red hands take away from the reddish tint in this material. What a great piece of sugar quartz. You can see the different, and it's resilient. It's probably really hard to nap. You can see on this point, on purpose where my finger is, and on purpose those indentations. Marl Mountain. It is a jade green type of looking material. Just a great piece. Big. And they were able to at least to work it. And it kept its form. I mean, look at this piece saved from Mecca. Top showpiece that's been seen before, but in this light of my biggest sugar quartz, and I have found no bigger than these pieces here now. There's a ton of great diversity in the small sugar quartz, but just look at this stuff. So I know the individual will be very happy to see these big sugar quartz pieces, and really simple for me because this is really all I've ever found after thousands and thousands of finds. But I'm always happy to find sugar quartz, and its diversity for small points, like I said, is I hate to say common because none of this stuff is common, but the smaller points in sugar quartz, a huge variety, is fairly common. I've made a few videos about it. Here's a piece right here from Site 7, Coyote Pass. It's a funny thing, Coyote Pass, I must have found 2 or 3 atlatls. Atlatl weights, banner stones, I guess they call them. And, you know, you never forget those things. Those are rare as well. Great piece. Here's a see, this piece I must have found 4 years ago, and then this piece just this year. This piece, though, in sort of a reddish-orange sugar quartz, came from the clay pot. Just some great workmanship on this. And this is super thin. Great work on that base. Then we sail into a piece right here from the Vulture. Long gray sugar quartz, and as you've seen, they definitely like to put serrations on sugar quartz, probably because it held them, maintained them. I mean, looking at a point like this, I can conservatively say it's 4,000 years old. It's craziness. Crazy. It's kept those serrations. And then here's a really unique piece. Big, strong point from the Bear 1. It is as orangish and brownish as it looks. It's one of those points when I found it, I didn't even know it was rare. But you get to know different materials as you continue to collect. Really great stuff. And then a long, big piece from Old Faithful, of Site 5. And then, to finish, anybody getting bored of artifacts yet? Well, if you were bored with artifacts, you wouldn't be on Indian Trace, because I try to put them up there and share the depth of everything that I find. Here's a piece from Saponi. It's been represented on here. It's unbelievable. Well ground and well worked off this bottom. On this piece you can see, because of the sun and the way I have it, it is definitely relieved on the back side. Much thinner back here, and then they sort of worked it up there on the tip. Don't know what they used it for. Look at how they just made it so much thinner on the back side of this piece. Unique piece. But like I said, it's when you find sugar quartz, you know how resilient it is, and it just went through. Exactly the way they made it. Just worth taking a really great look at. All right. I think that will satisfy. Those are my biggest pieces in response to how big have you found sugar quartz in. I guess they're not big at all compared to some of the points that you guys are pulling out in Missouri, and the big Sedalias and all those, which blow my mind. But I remember Richard was talking one time as we finished up looking at a few sets of these. Richard, from Richard's Rock House, was mentioning, and he said, you know, whatever region you're in, you just simply have to do the best with what you got. And that's what I try to do. Big sugar quartz. All right. So from Indian Trace to all of you out there, I hope you find and consider the reports that I put up. I think it'll change your mind. It'll put your mind to rest in a lot of ways, and it'll put you to prayer in a lot of different ways. Be well out there.